as a new variety of soybean seed to boost food production in the country makes its entrance. This is NTA Network News. We are live in Abuja. I am Kenen Ima Aburike. Hengino John is in our Lagos studio and Kemi Oshin is in Ibadan studio. Welcome. Let's start with security as the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Isiaka Oladayo Amao, has charged troops of air components of Operation Hadarindaji fighting insecurity in the northwest to continue in their commitment in the fight against banditry. He started this during a Christmas lunch with the troops at 213 Forward Operating Base, Katsina. Awal Haliru reports.
It has been the tradition of Chief of the Air Staff to celebrate festive season with troops of air components Hadarindaji fighting banditry and other security challenges. The essence is to promote a relationship and regimentation in the service, as well as remember officers who paid the supreme price in the line of duty. The Chief of the Air Staff, represented by Air Officer Commanding Special Operations Command, Air Vice Marshal Jack Yusuf, acknowledges the commitments of the troops in their effort to give the best in their assigned duties.
The air operations have been immensely instrumental in curtailing the activities of bandits and terrorists and denying them the freedom of action. I therefore commend the Air Component Commander as well as all personnel of the component for your commitment and contributions towards ensuring that peace and stability are restored to all parts of the Northwest and the country at large.
The acting commander of Air Component Hadarindaji, Squadron Leader Victor Azorua, appreciated the support of Chief of the Air Staff to the troops. He also assures continued loyalty and discipline in the discharge of their duties. In Katsina, Awal Haliru, NTA News.
Religion in Nigeria often plays a very important role in the success or otherwise of a policy or appealing to the minds of the people. The truism in this statement came to the fore in Nigeria's COVID-19 story so far, just as Abdullahi Ajia tells us more in this report.
Going by available records and statistics, the Nigerian COVID-19 experience is one that has been managed with utmost professionalism, citizens' involvement, and stakeholders' collaboration, cutting across all sectors, with the religious institution playing a key role in containing the virus. Nigeria, not an exception to the global virus attack, strategically moved in motion critical institutions on what needed to be done. Once upon a time, restrictions, new measures, social distancing, and decisions taken by government affected humanity, including the mode of worship and relationships.
In our worship services, we regularly remind our members to maintain the protocols, and also we try to keep to the protocols in terms of the time we spend in church, in terms of social distancing.
So we have engaged them by telling them they should obey those authorities, those have the medical know-how.
While quickly adjusting to the new normal, religious leaders of both the Christian and Islamic faith have joined in the aggressive sensitization through their respective sermons and teachings.
Majority will start example with the Masjid An-Nur and the FCT imams. They have sat down times without number with the FCT minister and the experts in the health department. They have brought so many suggestions and steps to be followed.
It didn't just stop there. The Temple of God was temporarily shut down, with adherents forced to worshipping their Creator from home and hearts for survival and intervention. Upon the discovery of the COVID-19 vaccine, the role of the religious leaders and worship centers became more demanding, considering myths surrounding the vaccines and its rejection. However, the preaching on the pulpit helped a great deal. The success story so far will not be complete without a special mention of the spiritual and psychological assistance provided by the religious institution. Today, the worship centers have extended their support to allowing a vaccination center within their premises, which gives a boost to the vaccination success story. Abdullahi Ajia, NTA News.
Are you one of those who are skeptical about Nigerians as their brothers keepers? Let's follow Abdullahi Mohammed, who lays bare the heroes of the fire outbreak at a supermarket in Abuja, who were tagged looters on social media platforms.
They risk their lives to salvage items from a blazing fire at the supermarket. The proponent of fake news on the social media platforms brand them looters. The message has gone to places until another video emerged, putting the record straight.
So all those things that you saw in trolleys that they were dropping, they were bringing them and dropping them here to save as many products as possible. This is just a shadow of what they could have saved in that place if they had found out this fire had started earlier. But these are the goods, okay? They were not being done. There was no actual looting going on. They were helping them to bring out as many things as possible to drop in this heap.
When I got here, there weren't there. There was just one security man, and he contained the whole area. He closed the gates, and the people that are coming in just came to help and bring things over there. But they did a good job.
They have emerged heroes, telling the world the extent at which Nigerians go to be their brother's keeper. And they are worth celebrating. In Abuja, Abdullahi Mohammed, NT News.
Quite touching. Well, it is the dry season and fire outbreaks constitute one common occurrence of this period. Chinyere Okoli reports that this is as a result of Harmattan, which is associated with dryness and wind.
Several fire outbreaks happened in Nigeria within a year, with many lives and property worth billions of naira lost. This mostly happens from November throughout March as a result of Harmattan haze, which makes it easy for the fire to spread at the slightest ignition. Most of the fire incidents occur in marketplaces, petrol and gas stations, and sometimes residential buildings. Fire outbreaks are caused by several factors, which could be either natural or human activities. Experts in the firefighting sector identify some factors that contribute to fire outbreaks.
Talking about volatility, the rate of fire spread is increased because of the environment is so dry, there's no humidity.
As in a situation whereby there's a fire call, they don't know who to call. Our short code is 112.
They suggested safest way to deal with fire outbreaks.
To be very careful handling fire-related materials. Most of the fire recorded this period as a result of burning of refuse, bush burning that spread into buildings.
We have to be safety conscious. When you mean safety, it's not only fire, any other thing, okay? Most especially our children, our gas, as in we have to educate them.
What are the precautionary measures when dealing with inflammable materials?
Whatever we can do to avert this issue of fire outbreak, because the effect is more dangerous than fire itself.
We should instill self-discipline, especially those that are smokers. They should avoid smoking or indiscriminate dropping of cigarettes.
This suggests that while fire outbreak is regular and almost inevitable, an urgent care has to be given for more fire stations to be randomly situated in Asaba. Chinyere Okoli, NTA News.
Now, a lot has happened in Nigeria's digital space in the year 2021 as the federal government is doing everything possible to make the country a technologically driven economy. ICT correspondent Joseph Johnson brings us major highlights of events by the Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy in the year under review.
It appears one can't really talk about the nation's relatively flourishing digital space without mentioning the year 2020, which brought about increased attention turned to the sector for ease of navigating the coronavirus pandemic times. It is no longer news that in the same year, the sector soared on the GDP of the country as it recorded the fastest growing sector of the economy, a feat which many say gave 2021 a promising look. But just as the new year under review was being welcomed, the incessant cases of insecurity in Nigeria, among other issues, necessitated the need for the ICT sector to once again rise to the challenge of proffering digital solutions, which saw the National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, fast-tracking the exercise of NIN-SIM linkage. The Commission, as at December 2021, says it has so far issued 70 million unique NINs.
In this digital era, that you need a mobile phone, you need also a digital account, and then the identity is the foundation that determines the people that will also make the digital economy works properly.
The issue of fifth generation, also known as 5G, was also identified as critical to the digital Nigeria's quest. The Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy doubled efforts in consultations and research to ascertain the suitability of the technology in the country. A mock and main auction of 5G spectrums were held respectively by the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC) ahead of the deployment come 2022. The year also witnessed increased collaborations and inauguration of multiple digital economy projects.
If you look at the statistics, only ICT sector has the growth rate of double digits. Most of the other sectors, even the growth rate is single, but in our own case, double-digit growth. All these things are really encouraging. And in 2022, our plan is to consolidate the achievement of the previous years and also try to see how we can increase our contribution to GDP, how we can provide the digital skills to our citizens, and how we can make our digital economy to be the greatest, not only and the biggest, not only in Africa but including other continents.
With our 160.593 billion 2022 budget for the ministry and plans on top gear for the deployment of 5G technology in the first month of the year, there are indications that 2022 also looks promising for the communications sector. Joseph Johnson, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari joins family members and friends in celebrating with former Nigeria's High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, Christopher Kolade, on his 89th birthday. In a statement, President Buhari felicitates with the diplomat and academic whose integrity, intelligence and experience have been placed many times at the service of the nation, leaving footprints of excellence and bringing glory to the country wherever he served. The President notes contributions of the veteran broadcaster in both the private and public sectors, working variously as Director General of Nigerian Broadcasting Corporation, Chairman, Chief Executive Officer of Cadbury Nigeria Limited, and lecturer at the Lagos Business School. As he turns 89, the President prays for good health to keep sharing his wealth of experience. Federal Ministry of Agriculture hands over projects. These and more reports after these messages. Do stay with the NTA.
This is Muhammadu Indimi Center for Distance Learning and an international conference center, initiated and funded by foremost elder statesman, international businessman and philanthropist Alhaji Muhammadu Indimi OFR through his foundation. The two elegant projects are sited at the University of Maiduguri. Commissioned by President Muhammadu Buhari, the landmark projects consist of a lecture hall for 800 students, a conference hall with 1,300 seats, a library, an electronic resource center, examination hall, 20 offices, digitized conference rooms, business centers, lounge and exhibition gallery. The Muhammadu Indimi Center for Distance Learning is built to international standard for the advancement of tertiary education for the people of Borno State, for other Nigerians, and for the future of humanity.
Introducing an all-time mega offer. Get over 50% discount in the Airtel Home Broadband mega offer. Buy a router for just 10,000 naira and get up to 240 gigabyte or a MiFi for 5,000 naira and get up to 125 gigabyte bonus data. more data, more you. Reliable home broadband by
Airtel, the smartphone network.
I am more than just an idea. I am alive, connected. I am part of an ecosystem, creating connections within an interactive and sustainable city. I am intentional about excellence, integrity, and efficiency. I am invested in building a sustainable future. I am committed to strategic partnerships and collaborations. I can be tough, and I can be tender. I take pride in delivering high standards. While there may be others, I am in a league of my own. I am more than just an idea. I am beloved. Who are you?
Season's greetings from the Federal Road Safety Commission.
The Federal Road Safety Corps appreciates all road users and all other stakeholders for your cooperation.
We believe road crashes are preventable, and our desire is to see reduced cases of road traffic crashes.
Your life is precious to your family.
This is a season of joy. Do not bring sorrows to your family.
Road traffic injuries will cost you and your family emotional and financial strain.
Obey all traffic rules. The personnel of the Corps are on the roads to enforce compliance.
Be patient, be awake, be sober on the road.
Together, we must work to put in place measures to keep road safety on the agenda.
Stay alert. Stay alive.
Wishing you a safe and prosperous year ahead.
Season's greetings to our road user partners.
The Corps wishes you happy celebration and safe travels.
The Federal Road Safety Commission is committed to creating a safer motoring environment.
Dear friend, as 2021 ends, we share your gratitude for its blessings. We acknowledge your low moments too and wish you strength to carry through. At Bedmate, we'll keep making your living better because we believe that furniture is not just an item made of wood, glass, marble, or steel, but a symbol of your unity and good times with your loved ones. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year full of all the finest things you desire.
Season's greetings, Abuja. It is that time of the year again when we celebrate and merry for seeing yet another year. We like to say a big thank you to all our taxpayers in the FCT for the opportunity to serve you throughout the year. And we look forward to working with you in the new year as partners in building the FCT of our dream. Merry Christmas and a prosperous new year from all of us at FCT Internal Revenue Service. FCT IRS, it pays to pay your tax.
For you to tanda for this world, you got to know what's up. Sabi waiting day ground, then start to do your own. Get ginger to sabi every. Because when you fit see the different side of the world, anything they possible. BBC News for Pidgin, make your life better.
Welcome back. The Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development has handed over some development projects to 4 local government areas in Kano State. Aminu Umar reports that the project executed was part of efforts by the federal government to discourage rural-urban migration, which is key to sustaining agricultural production.
Research has shown that there is a disproportion in infrastructural development between urban and rural areas, which is in favor of the urban areas in Nigeria. Although about 70% of the population live in the hinterland, they lack basic social amenities, which forced many to migrate to the city in search of greener pasture. The Federal Ministry of Agriculture is executing rural development projects to bridge the development gap for improved productivity in agriculture. The solar-powered boreholes in Kantama and Gerenya villages of Minjibir and Gezawa local governments are among the 2,970 executed in Kano.
We now have every reason to cultivate more land. We appreciate it.
People now have access to the drinking water. May God bless the federal government.
Also handed over to communities are the rural access roads in Gabasawa, Gezawa, and Warawa local governments.
Special thanks to the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development for this job that they have done for us.
while handing over the access roads in the presence of officials of the state government. The Minister of Agriculture, Mahmoud Mohammed, represented, said the project is to encourage rural dwelling for more agricultural production.
So when you give them good roads, definitely the goods that they produce will get to the market at a cheaper rate and at an easier, way for them.
The officials also visited the local councils where they appealed to them to take good care of the projects. In Kano, Aminu Umar, NTA News.
In another development, Nigerian scientists are working towards developing a new variety of soybean seed to further boost its production in the country. Bem Unye reports that the research is piloted by the National Biotechnology Development Agency under the Federal Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation.
A recent Global Agricultural Information Network report from the U.S. Department of Agriculture indicates that soybean production and imports in Nigeria has continued to rise as the country's demand for the oilseed is expanding for both food and animal feed. The report forecasts Nigerian soybean production in marketing year 2021 to 2022 to reach 1.25 million tons, a 43% increase from the most recent 2020 to 2021 estimate. However, agriculturists have argued the country has the potential to expand her soybeans production to meet national demand and export the excess. With this high demand in mind, Nigerian scientists are researching on the production of a new variety, BT soybean, that will be herbicide tolerant and beneficial to the country due to its value chain. This is all in a bid to increase yield and consequent supply to meet this said demand for food, feed, and other uses. This development is sequel to similar research breakthroughs by the National Biotechnology Development Agency, as it has successfully rolled out and commercialized two genetically modified crops, the BT cotton and BT cowpea, and also the release of BT maize, all in a quest to attain food security for the nation and create jobs.
Maize variety has already been regulated by the National Licensing Management Agency, meaning the genes of insect were certified safe by the agency.
The agency confirms it recently had gone into collaboration with the Rural Electrification Agency to use biogas digester, an innovative made-in-Nigeria technology to convert bio-waste into electricity to supply in the rural areas. This is also alongside another MOU with the Kingdom of Morocco for research and development in biotechnological products and process, including the production of biofertilizer and biofungicide. Bem Unyi, NTA News.
And as part of government's drive to transform the nation's economy, the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development has supported Heights and Skins businesses in Katsina with 2,006 bags of industrial salt to address preservation challenges. Shehu Adamu reports that under the gesture, no fewer than 812 licensed operators of Heights and Skins businesses benefited to boost value chain.
Statistics indicate that on the average, Nigeria produces over 1 million hides and about 3 million skins per year from the registered abattoirs and slaughterhouses, which provide job opportunities and sustain livelihood, especially in rural areas. This therefore places the country as one of the constant supplier of leather to European and Asian markets, as Nigeria's leather is rated globally among the highest in quality. With this development, the federal government, through its Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, assisted Heights and Skins business operators in Katsina with industrial salt for preservation to boost local tanneries to generate foreign exchange for the country and create more jobs.
To avoid wastage of their products, that is why the federal government came in and gave them this package.
The idea behind it is to boost the morale of the Hide and Skin Association or trade.
Under the arrangement, each of the beneficiaries received between 6 and 3 bags of the industrial salt, which they describe as encouraging and commended the federal government.
We are grateful to federal government for the assistance. This is what we buy from market, but now being given free.
Stakeholders therefore advise the beneficiaries to make good use of the assistance and ensure proper registration of their businesses to drive the nation's economy. In Katsina, Shehu Adamu, NTA News.
A philanthropist, Kenneth Emaswabon, wants government and well-meaning Nigerians to show love and care to the internally displaced persons camping in Uhogwa in Edo State. This was while distributing some gift items and cash awards to the IDPs to celebrate the Christmas. Dennis Temple reports.
Maswabon's philanthropic spirit dates to the days when he was giving gifts to school children in his determination to make every child to be in the same page with their contemporaries, irrespective of their social status. This time, Kenneth Emaswabon stepped out again to continue sharing staple food and donating items to segments of society, cutting across displaced persons from far northern part of Nigeria who are in refugee camp in Ovia Northeast area of Edo State. The inmates, made up of mostly widows, orphans, indigent people, and the likes, pray for the sustenance of the philanthropist.
Dear, oh God, in Jesus' mighty name we pray.
We are passing through some challenges of food before. So now we see Indomie and some food items that he brought. So we thank him.
We need different things before, but he has brought this to help us. We say thank him.
This gesture was also extended to patients at University Teaching Hospital Benin, as well as those at the Benin Correctional Center.
This is a season of love, season of sharing. But we might take all these things to mean small things, but this bags of rice is donating to us and to our patients, not just the staff. It means a lot.
I want to use this medium to implore you to continue to do the good works that you have been doing, that God in his infinite mercy will continue to protect you and grant you your heart desires.
Only do a little, the government will do much. I call on all wealthy Nigerians, especially Ntalive, to come and invest here.
Part of the gifts donated were offerings gathered from students of the school, the Peseta Academy, Abuja. In Benin, Dennis Temple, NTA News.
We now take you to Lagos, and Hingino will be guiding us. Over to you, Hingino. Over to you, Hingino.
Thank you, Kenny. It was a calm atmosphere at the Household of God Church Ministries, Lagos, as Pastor Chris Okotie and members of the Household of God Ministries converged for a special service to mark this year's Christmas celebration at the church auditorium. Diana Ajale reports that it was a time to appreciate God's endless love for giving his only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, to mankind with unique praise and dancing steps.
Indeed, the birth of Jesus Christ, which is the reason for Christmas celebration, is worth celebrating, as it did not only signify a new dawn in the life of Christians, but brought salvation and reconciliation between God and man. For Pastor Chris Okotie and members of Household of God Church, there is no better way to celebrate Christmas than coming together in God's vineyard to appreciate his endless love for mankind.
There had to be that movement because the time had already come for Jesus to be born. Now, what is the relevance? What is the relevance? Simply this. When God is about to enter into your life, the right people will begin to occupy the right places. Everything will be juxtaposed with one another.
Among the uniqueness of Pastor Chris Okotie, a tele-evangelist with a dynamic style of preaching commendable by many, is the composition of various Christian songs that trick the audience.
I got sunshine shining in my heart.
The Emmanuel God is Here song ministration was the clergyman's focal points of message at the 2021 Christmas special service.
Amen. My God is here. He will never go away.
Household of God Christian Worship Center is located at Household of God Street, Oregun, Ikeja, Lagos, Nigeria. In Lagos, Diana Ajale, NTA News.
The dynamics adopted by the Federal Operations Unit of the Nigeria Customs Service in tackling anti-smuggling activities is leading to the interception of more contraband and arrest of suspects. Within 3 weeks, the Zone A Command did not just intercept 14 trailers load of rice, but arrested 27 suspects. Michael Olale reports.
This looks like a rice colony. Thousands occupying various compartments of the warehouse, with hundreds still stationed on their means of conveyance. It is a huge market thriving this period, a bait for smugglers, but the customs zero tolerance to their importation still exists, and after combing notorious hideouts like Olokuta, Ojodon, Ayetoro, and Imeko, 7,059 bags of foreign rice were discovered in just 3 weeks.
If you keep anything that is unlawful, that is on customs, even inside your bedroom, we have the right to come and evacuate it. But some will tell you, this is my private residence, you have no right. We do.
Another major breakthrough in the anti-smuggling drive of the Federal Operations Unit Zone A is the interception of 721 kilograms of cannabis sativa. The controller, while handing over the substance to the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, said 607 kilograms were intercepted along the Oshodi-Mushi Expressway without a suspect, while 114.5 kilograms were seized along Ijebu-de Abeokuta Road with one suspect identified as Anthony Duru.
Criminals would take this and they don't look at life as meaningful again. The moment we take over suspects and exhibit, we expedite investigation into the cases, and the next thing is that we prosecute them.
The Federal Operations Unit Zone A of the Nigeria Customs Service has arrested the kingpin who masterminded the alleged killing of one of its officers earlier this year. This is in addition to generating over 220 million naira in revenue since the assumption of duty by the acting controller in September this year. In Lagos, Michael Olale, NT News.
Time for another break. The news will be back shortly.
This bully, now drinking be my portion. We do. People like say they happen for them. Almost level. No darling. After all of us now visitor. Oh boy, now me the one place with 7 times a woof. Bros don't get 5 times a woof. And this I don't collect 6 times a woof. This one now, woof everywhere you go.
Whether you be new or old MTN customer, turn up a woof with the boss spray everywhere you go.
Bobby, make una show.
This is beautiful.
Quality is vital. Quality is Vitafoam.
Hello, honey.
Hey, baby.
Wow. Those guys are good in bed.
What? Yes, we're good in bed. Hurry now to any Vitafoam accredited dealer nationwide or visit us online on www.vitafoamng.com to place your order today. Vitafoam, the fine art of living.
I did look for pension fund administrator. Where soft, make sense, we care for me. Shy. No be the time when story go enter the matter when it's time to deliver. Oh no, 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 no. The brand is short pension. Make that switch to premium pension.
Join over 700,000 satisfied members and enjoy the premium experience at our offices across the 36 states in Nigeria, including the FCT. Call 094615-700-704 to make the switch today. Premium pension. Active today, premium tomorrow.
Madam, how much lasts for this bag of rice?
Customer, I don't give you better price now.
Madam, do well. I go come out.
Oh yeah, come pay. How you want take pay now? You want take go take pay for bag of rice? You be Mongo Park? See, make I tell you, times don't change.
My country people, before, our people they use different things as money, trade by butter, cowries. Today, we know money as Naira note. But because say the only thing when they constant na change, Central Bank of Nigeria don't introduce e-Naira. E-Naira, na the same thing as Naira. 1 e-Naira equal to 1 Naira. E-Naira go dey inside your phone. E-Naira no dey tear, e no dey heavy. E dey easy to transfer and you fit use them buy and sell just like Naira note. To begin use e-Naira, ask your bank. This message now from the Bankers Committee.
My people, how will they be for body make you sit down they look bulldozer make them come scatter demolish that your fine house. I been a estate, I been a plaza safe where be say e no get paper. Chai, it depend for body. Now so the FCT administration safe they feel am. See, no government go dey happy making people belle dey spoil sake of say dem dey scatter demolish dem property. You want buy land? Make you no buy land from indigent dem. Abi na local chief dem. Abi any person wey be say no be government. Because if you do am so, kasala fit burst for the matter and your money fit loss. Na only minister of FCT dey give land for Abuja o. If you know say you want buy land, make you go Abuja Geographic Information System, wey all of us know as ages, make you go collect form. Kuma, make you go FCDA Mass Housing Department to make sure say any property where you want buy inside housing estate for inside this Abuja get correct paper. Make you know for more. Do the correct thing. Now the Federal Capital Territory Administration, they knock us this story.
Thank you for staying with us. Infrastructural development critical to diversification of the economy, says Islamic Development Bank Vice President, as oil rises while Omicron concern eases. Details of these with Musa Abubakar on Business News.
Thank you, Kenneth. For African countries to diversify their economies, financing sustainable and resilient infrastructure is needed to facilitate the shift from commodities. This Vice President of Islamic Development Bank, Mansour Mukhtar, said is vital and countries can mobilize resources for infrastructure through non-interest finance.
The board will be making a contribution to a project that's aimed at supporting the development of special agricultural processing zones. We will be committing $150 million to complement other loans. But we have also been involved in several other projects in Nigeria. The Zaria Water Supply Project, projects in infrastructure, the Abakaliki Road Project, the Bida Mina Road Dualization Project, which was initiated recently, and a host of other projects in different sectors. We're also working with Morocco with supporting the initiative to develop a gas pipeline from Nigeria to Morocco, and we will be financing aspects of the study that are being initiated now to assess the viability of this program. This is going to be endorsed by our board.
Now to energy. Oil prices rose on Monday with hopes that the Omicron COVID-19 variant will have a less impact on global demand in 2022, even as U.S. crude came under pressure from flight cancellations amid surging cases. More than 1,000 flights were cancelled by U.S. airlines on Sunday as COVID-19 reduced the number of available crews. Global benchmark Brent crude rose $2.46 or 3.2% to $78.61 per barrel. U.S. crude advanced $1.99 or 2.7% to $75.78 per barrel. Well, that concludes business news. Kenneth, back to you.
Thank you so much, Musa. Nigeria has positioned itself within the delegations at the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, as a force to be reckoned with. Nigeria's ambassador and permanent representative to the global body, Dr. Hajo Sani, stated this in an exclusive interview with NTA. Anthony Forson has the details.
President Muhammadu Buhari appointed Dr. Hajo Sani as ambassador and permanent delegate of Nigeria to the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO. The choice was quite apt. Like a square peg in a square hole, she began her diplomatic engagement at the UNESCO headquarters, which saw President Muhammadu Buhari attending the 75th anniversary of the organization.
With the attendance of over 30 presidents and heads of state from different parts of the world. Very, very happy that Mr. President was able to attend. He came to UNESCO. I would say it's one of my greatest achievements to have Mr. President, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, to be in the headquarters of UNESCO. Not only that, to also present his own goodwill message along other heads of state and government during the event, and it was a worldwide achievement.
Taking stock of Nigeria's ranking among nations, Hajo Sani confirms that Nigeria is a force to be reckoned with.
UNESCO has 727 now sites, and we are still counting more and more and more and more. And we hope to push to make sure in Nigeria we have more biosphere reserve sites.
And as she holds forth for Nigeria, she has a clear-cut focus.
My mandate here in the delegation representing Nigeria is one, to positively project the image of Nigeria. That is one diplomatic assignment I have. And also to be able to translate and be able to look at the major programs we have in the UNESCO domains, in the education, science, and culture and information, to see what are those programs that we need to also implement alongside with UNESCO in Nigeria.
Dr. Hajo Sani's appointment took effect from March 16th this year. Anthony Forson, NTA News.
Next is Ibadan, and Kemi is standing by with more reports.
Thank you, Kene, and a warm welcome to Ibadan. More Nigerians have continued to key into the free trade movement provided by the federal government, describing it as a blessing in the present economic situation. Oloyede Olawale was at the Obafemi Awolowo train station Moniya in Ibadan. His report is here presented.
The revival of railway in the country has eased the burden of transportation, and it is a sucker making inward and outward movement more lively through rail system. It is no doubt that movement of people from one place to another, particularly interstate, becomes accomplished during festivity. Many shifted to rail transportation to avoid traffic gridlock on the road. To make the season more worthwhile, those that would have given up celebrating with family members were able to do so with a free train movement courtesy the federal government. This is evident in the reaction of travelers to the initiative during the Yuletide.
Very excited. Well, the condition it's okay. This is actually my first time here, so it's my first experience.
I didn't pay a dime. I'm very, very comfortable.
Free train movement by the federal government continues the 4th of January 2022.
The recent upsurge in the number of cases of COVID-19 across the country calls for strict adherence to non-pharmaceutical protocols across board. In Oyo State, government is re-strategizing to stem increasing number of the virus in the past few days. Correspondent Rofia Animashan Badmus has details.
The spread of coronavirus disease in Nigeria continues to record increase in line with the statistics provided by the Nigerian Center for Disease Control, NCDC. The upsurge of a more vicious variant, Omicron, experts say even those who have been doubly vaccinated might still fall ill if infected.
Whoever gets vaccinated has a less risk of developing the severe form of COVID-19 that will require hospitalization that will make the person to be oxygen dependent. So it's good to know that once you are vaccinated, the chances of getting the severe form of the disease is reduced.
Towards containing the recent increase in number of cases of COVID-19 in Oyo State, the government said it is leaving no stone unturned.
The goal is to see how well we can move from the number that we have, about 700,000 that have been vaccinated, to maybe 6 million. And the effort is to achieve herd immunity.
He added that the people must be conscious of the deadly variant in circulation and ensure COVID-19 safety protocols are adhered to, especially during the festivity, considering the influx of people from one state to another. In Ibadan, Rofia Animation Badmos, NTA News.
And that's it from Ibadan. The network news continues in Abuja with Kene.
Of the Federal Capital Territory
to the ancient city of Kano,
from the sprawling rooftops of Ibadan
to the bustling markets of Aba and the creeks of the Niger Delta, you really can't beat the reach.
Over the years, we have kept going, keeping you informed, educated, and entertained.
And how have we survived in the very challenging year?
Because of our pillars of support, namely the 3 tiers of government: ministries, departments, and agencies,
corporate bodies and advertisers,
religious bodies,
civil society groups,
political parties, and most importantly, you, our esteemed viewers. Together, we made 2021 great.
And together, we shall make 2022 greater. Thank you.
From all of us here at NTA, your season's greetings and a prosperous new year.
Ho, ho, ho. Aha. No. Well done.
Have a Merry Picmas! Not all washing powders are the same. Sunlight adds bursts of freshness to cleaning power to give you Sunlight 2-in-1 for sensational cleaning and freshness that lasts. Sunlight 2-in-1 sensational cleaning with burst after burst of freshness. Introducing Sunlight with luxurious oud fragrance.
For those wondering why Schweppes changes look, experience tells us. Change is inevitable. Schweppes, made with over 200 years of experience.
Dear friend, as 2021 ends, we share your gratitude for its blessings. We acknowledge your low moments too and wish you strength to carry through. At Bedmate, we'll keep making your living better because we believe that furniture is not just an item made of wood, glass, marble, or steel, but a symbol of your unity and good times with your loved ones. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year full of all the finest things you desire.
You're always running around. Keeping up with you needs a comforting touch from Huggies with the right stretch for how much you move. Huggies pants comfortably fit baby's tummy. Their 360-degree comfort fit waistband makes them easy to open and pull off and on, so baby can keep on exploring and you keep doing great, Mom. Huggies, recommended by 9 out of 10 mothers for comfort.
Me and you, let's get to Ghana. Hey! Go and jump.
This is Ghana. You've come here to seek for greener pastures. Make it your worthwhile.
Any guinea fowl is Guinea.
Guinea fowl has nothing to do with Guinea. It's just the name of the fowl.
So Ghana jollof, what is it Nigerian beans?
What?
Have you made before?
No. Jasper! Help me!
Welcome back. Next is sports updates with Amanzi Marcus.
Greater Tomorrow Football Club of Lafia on Sunday emerged winners of the 5th edition of the My Lafia Peace and Unity Football Competition, defeating Police Machine, also of Lafia, by a lone goal in the final decided at Government Secondary School Daddere in Obi local government area of Nasarawa State. The annual grassroots football competition attracted stakeholders from within and outside Nasarawa State, giving the youth opportunity to showcase their talents and possibly make a career in football.
Feeling very comfortable for this tournament. I'm playing well with my teammates.
Because by the time we're here now, found one or two players that should be able, that will be able to give us what we're looking for at the national level.
It's a good tournament for the development of youth and for the good of the game in Nasarawa State.
It has brought peace and unity. It's an honor done to my local government, and he'll be an indigent of this local government. We are proud.
We want to fight crime, engage the youth, and I think that's what motivated me, because from the editions we have so far, within the period of October, November, December, the area is crime-free.
In tennis, world number 5 Andrei Rublev has tested positive for coronavirus, becoming the 5th player to do so. The 24-year-old Russian who beat Andy Murray in the World Tennis Championship final on December 18 confirmed on Twitter that he is isolating in Barcelona with minimal symptoms. Spence Rafael Nadal, Denis Shapovalov of Canada, Switzerland's Belinda Bencic, and the Tunisian Ons Jabeur all tested positive to the novel coronavirus after playing at an exhibition event in Abu Dhabi this month. Response update Amanzi Marcus, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari has extended his heartfelt condolences to the Komolafe family on the passing of their beloved matriarch, Chief Mrs. Morenike Victoria Komolafe, at the age of 87. In a statement, President Buhari believes that Chief Komolafe will be remembered for making important contributions for decades towards the development of her people. President Buhari has the confidence that her children, including Kayode Komolafe, the Group Executive Director, These Day Newspapers Limited, friends and associates, will continually honor her memory by extending the compassion and selflessness that epitomize her life to those in need. The President joins them in mourning and celebrating the life of a silent achiever and philanthropist, praying God to grant the soul of the departed eternal rest. That does it on NTA Network News tonight. Thanks indeed for watching. We enjoin you to become a star with the NTA. Join the fight against rape and rapists in our society. I am Kenen Ima Abulike. Good night.
NTA Tuesday Live, analytical, in-depth, educative and interactive on national issues accommodating all sides of opinions.
We as a people have understood that we have to fight corruption before it fights us back.
Poverty has a financial index, so it should be fought also with a financial weapon. Give it to the social investments program. It has been a very courageous battle.
Tuesday Live, every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m. Join us.
It's all in the air and it's all in my heart. The feeling of anticipation. Let the songs and cheering out everywhere in celebration.
Some go there fry chin, some go there fry meat, some go there cook jollof. Me, I go shop.